And it's the Hawks to start out. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Wiggins. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Wynn in at the 5.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Now here's Johnson. Out to the right wing. A wide open look here for Okongwu. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's Adebayo outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Man, bigs like Adebayo got to drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
Daniels passes to LeVert. Pass to Okongwu. Shot clock at 5. And a miss there on the triple. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Quinn Snyder. They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Hero, and he goes in for the dunk.
And Tyler's got to love that when he has a chance to rise up.
Daniels with it. Pass to LeVert. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
And the Hawks with possession here after the Heat pick up 2. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And it's LeVert missing.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Okongwu with the screen for LeVert. Okongwu with it, picked up by Hero.
His first. Team first.
Here's Rizichet, covered by Wiggins, and the dunk by Rizichet. The Heat trail by 4. And Rizichet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Here he goes. Stripped it away. In transition, here comes Miami. A three-pointer. Wiggins sinks the triple. Wiggins has got 5.
Wiggins making quick decisions with the ball, not wasting any time getting that shot up.
And here's Daniels. Pass to Rizichet. Driving to the basket. Stolen. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
It's deflected. Stolen by Hero. Adebayo against Johnson. Now, here's Adebayo. They set the pick. Pass to Ware. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Hero. Puts up a deep 3. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trailing. Here's LeVert. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. LeVert's got his second bucket.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
And a wide open look for Hero. And the 3 off target. Now Johnson. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. LeVert out there with Daniels. And it's Rizashea in at the 3 slot. So that's the Hawks 5. Now, Hero to the inside. Wiggins up top. LeVert defending. And that one's good. Wiggins has got the lead up to 2 now for Miami. And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctor.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. No coverage that time. Daniels has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him. LeVert against Hero. Banked in off the glass. And the Heat lead by 1. Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Rizashea in the corner. And it's Miami with the rebound. Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Hero against LeVert. Outside Hero. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And he lays it straight in. Hero's got 6 in the quarter.
How about Hero gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
And LeVert, here we go. Pass to Okongwu. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. 6 points for Onyeka Okongwu. Here's Wiggins. Buries it down low. And the Heat lead by 2.
The length of Wiggins helping him out there, able to stretch it up on the inside and find a shot.
Johnson kicks to Daniels. Back to Johnson. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Here's LeVert. And again, it's Atlanta.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
Connects from three-point range. Adebayo's got 6.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Pass to Okongwu. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively. You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Heat lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Rozier's out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. Jaquez with the bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
The Heat leading by 6. Here's Jovic. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Mann. And there's the drive. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle. Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Outside, Robinson. Shot from the wing. Atlanta with the rebound.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now, here's Capella. No scoring in this one.
And Clint Capella having a little bit of fun out there with that dunk.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
On the wing, man. Guarded by Robinson. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Man can't hit. The Heat leading by 5. Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now, here is Robinson. Rozier looking around. Three-pointer. And with the rebound.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Matthews finds man. Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Man's got 5 points in the quarter.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open 3.
Hawkins with the screen on Matthews. Kicks it out to Love. On the wing, Rozier. He takes it in. And he can't jam it through. The Hawks trail by 4. To the left side wing. And the turnover again by Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
The Heat have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. They get it again. On the wing, Hawkins.
Atlanta foul. Dick Creechy. His first. Team second.
59 seconds left in the third. Outside Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Robinson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Matthews passes to Krejci. 35 seconds left in the third. Launches it. Rebound Love. The Heat leading by 7. Over in the corner, Hawkins. Pass to Jovic. 17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Miami shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws.
Well, a big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's man. To the right side. Here's Krejci. And so it's Miami in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The Hawks trail by 9. The front court is Rizier and Johnson. Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Okongwu in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Daniels, no good. Miami's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Hero from long range. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
That's a go-to shot for Tyler Hero. So confident in his ability to connect from deep.
Pass to Rizier. Back to Daniels. The 3 ball. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Hero with it. Here's the 3. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Three-pointer, Daniels. Another 3 for Atlanta.
if you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
But both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Adebayo with a screen on LeVert. Hero against LeVert. Lets it go with a three. Hero no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's O'Connell. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hero. And the Hawks with possession here. They played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Daniels.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
Here's Highsmith. And that one is hammered home.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pass to LeVert. Here's Rizachet. 6 to shoot. Wiggins with the block.
Well done, Andrew Wiggins. If he can sustain that kind of energy on the defensive end, boy, he's an asset out there.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Highsmith's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 5. Johnson dishes to Daniels. For 3.
2 minutes.
Wiggins against Johnson. Back to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wiggins surveying the floor. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. Hawks making a switch here. Krejci's checked in. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Adebayo the screen. Fires for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Highsmith's got 5 points now this quarter.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
There's the triple. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Absolutely essential that they come right back and answer with that 3 of their own. And this gets the crowd energized.
Hero against LeVert. Shots good by Hero.
And Hero getting to the spots where he can be very effective. That swagger he plays with is infectious.
They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to Ware. The 3. Krejci with the rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Hero against LeVert. Money!
And Tyler Hero not shy that time.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. O'Connell kicks to Daniels. Takes a 3. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-point. Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the time.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and
the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3. And for the Hawks, Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Risache in at the 3, the small forward. Screen by Bridges. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Daniels, that one's true.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
There's Ball with a 3. Here's Williams. Here's Okogie. Offensive rebound. Okogie on the wing. Miller outside. Pass to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. They shoot again. Gets another look. And he lays it up and in. Ball's got 5.
I'll tell you what, when this team is in a tough spot, LaMelo Ball is their answer.
Outside for LeVert. Picked up by Okongwu. The shot by LeVert, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Doris, one thing you can say about Karis LeVert, he knows how to seize an opportunity.
And the thing about it, BA, is it doesn't matter if that opportunity comes when he's being a starter or when he's coming off the bench. His mindset is, my skill set is score, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Well, LaMelo Ball in the catch and shoot game, he says, I can get off the ball as well.
Here's Daniels. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Here's Miller. No luck on that one. Good D by Okongwu. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Johnson passes to Daniels. On the take. And he makes it on the layup. He's got 7.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
Ball outside. Three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Daniels. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game. And he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
Now here's LeVert. Knocks down the triple.
How about the response by Karis LeVert? This guy wanted to get it right back.
Three-pointer, Bridges. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
The shot by LeVert, no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. 4-point game. Launches it. And Charlotte, another 3.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
A deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Daniels has got 10 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Okogie. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Hawks have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. The 3 from Risache. 36 seconds left to play in the first. Hornets leading by 4. There's Ball with a 3. Sinks the tray. He's got 14.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
The shot by LeVert, no good. Ball surveys the floor. Williams with the screen. Ball outside. He got it up. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. LaMelo Ball getting it done. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Hornets?
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Ricochet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Hawks 5. Now here's Williams. Pass to Okogie. From downtown, and Miller good for 3. Miller's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Now here's Ball. 14 points for him. Takes a 3. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, just a great feel by Miller. Getting in there for the board and putting it right back up.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Daniels has got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department. And then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Ball. And the 3 off target. Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. The Hornets are in the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., that's the longest active streak in the league. Not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks. They've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Daniels. 20 points for him. And here's LeVert for 3. The shot no good. Charlotte has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Ball outside. Ball in the paint.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Pass to Okongwu. Johnson against Bridges. Here's Johnson. No made baskets yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Bridges. To the paint. Ball passes to Miller. Ooh, an incredible double clutch dunk.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Here's Daniels. Out to the right wing. Outside Johnson. Ball against LeVert. Back to Johnson. LeVert, a screen on Bridges. Johnson for 3. That one is off. Hornets leading by 4. Bridges passes to Ball. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Wow, the opportunistic Bridges sees you falling asleep defensively. Up and over the top he goes.
Here's Daniels. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Ball outside. Pass to Miller. The 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Rizachet. Pounded by Ball. Up again. Here's Rizachet. Here's Daniels. 20 points for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's foul number 2 for him. 12 seconds left in the second quarter. From outside the arc. They get it back. Back to Ball. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's Charlotte leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
On the court for the Hornets, we've got Grant Williams, Trey Mann out there with Josh Green. Then it's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Diabate in at the 4 slot. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up, an opportunity at a 3-point play. Atlanta shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. That one drops. He ties it up. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes. Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Man, the pass to Krejci. Back to Mann. For the lead. 6 to shoot. Williams grabs the board. The Hornets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. He drops it from range. And the Hornets lead by 5.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Now here's Niang. Still without a bucket. Outside man. Pass to Matthews. Here's Krejci. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Garrison Matthews. Hawks down. Garrison Matthews. His first.
Hawks on D. Trailing by 2. Here's Mann. Comes up empty down low.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Pass to Capella. Here's Matthews. He's guarded by Mann. Capella, the pass to Niang. Shot clock at 5. And he drives in. Matthews' shot is good. Matthews got 5 points.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, BA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in, they're working, they're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Nie. No points yet. Man, the pass to Matthews. They set the pick. Back to Man. Pass to Krejci. The three is up. The rebound by Man.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Drives to the hoop. Here's Green from the arc. And the three-pointer goes. And it's a 6-point Hornet lead.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And when Josh Green is on the floor, you trust him to make the right decision, Doris.
Well, athletically, he can be a game changer on the defensive end. When he takes care of the ball and makes a simple play, he can be so productive. Guy is very selective when he shoots. Very smart basketball player.
Williams from long range. No good there.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The steal. Man with it. And it's Man picking him up. Lets the three fly. Man misses. Hawks trail by 6. Here's Krejci. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Krejci's got 9 points now in the second half. For Charlotte, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. There's a screen. Three-pointer. Charlotte, no good that time either. For Atlanta, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. From the arc. The shot misses. Hornets leading by 3. Pass to Diabate. Williams on the wing. Now here's Nurkic. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Matthews. 26 seconds left in the third quarter here. And it's Krejci missing. The Hornets shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Out of bounds, it'll be Hawks ball.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Here's Matthews. 5 points in the game. Lays it up and banks it in. Matthews got his third basket of the night.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Man knocks it down from distance. And the Hornets lead by 4. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. It's the Hornets. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the 3 spot. So that's the Hawks 5.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Miller, the pass to Ball. And here's Bridges. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. LeVert right side. To take the lead. And the layup is good.
Boy, that's just about strength right there. Karis LeVert just simply refuses to be denied.
Pass to Bridges. Miller outside. Williams on the wing. Fires the 3. Charlotte, no good that time either. The Hawks leading. And here's LeVert for 3. They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
There's Ball with a three. LaMelo knocks down the long one.
LaMelo Ball able off the dribble to get into that jumper so fluidly there.
Johnson for three. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams has got rebound number 8 now. Ball against Johnson. And Ball throws it down.
Well, this is what you love about having length in the backcourt. That 6'7" frame. Go ahead and finish, LaMelo.
Pass to Rizachet. Poke loose. Here's Miller. And again, Charlotte with the triple. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Ball with it. Now Okongwu defending. Ball passes to Williams. Back to Ball. And there's a 3-second violation.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And Atlanta with possession here. 2-point game. LeVert outside. Okongwu, a screen on Bridges. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Okogie on the wing. Three-pointer. Rebound Atlanta.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to LeVert. Jacks up a three. He buries it from three. LeVert's got 8 points here in the quarter.
How about that? Such an instinctive offensive talent. Harris LeVert, natural under pressure.
He gets it in there.
LaMelo living the life. That is a big-time bucket. Go ahead.
Okongwu with it. There's a minute 26 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Daniels. Takes it inside. Here's Okongwu. 4 on the clock. Off target from three-point range. Now here's Miller. Back to Ball. Rebounded by Daniels. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. They set the pick. Pass to Okongwu on the wing. Daniels. The kick out to Johnson. There's the three. Oh, the trifecta!
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Ball passes to Okogie. The kick out to Ball. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
LaMelo Ball is never rattled. Doesn't matter how close the score or what the situation. This guy unafraid of big shots.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
Up top, Bridges. This would tie it. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks, pulling it out for the W.
seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Bridges, and it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward.
Hornets ball.
Ball with it. Pass to Bridges. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Heisman. And stolen by Williams. And here we go with Miller running up the court. And yes, it's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we're just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Here's Ball after Tyler Hero's bucket. Ball with the bucket.
The corner is not a problem for Ball. He's confident he can make that.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Eric Spoelstra. David?
In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, Adebayo. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. Bridges against Adebayo. There's the screen. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. The Hornets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Just rising up with purpose. Allow Bridges to get this kind of positioning. He is going to hammer it home.
Now, Hero. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Bridges sets the screen for Ball. Highsmith grabs the miss.
It's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And a wide open look for Hero. The three-pointer no good. Hornets leading by 3. Outside, Ball. Picked by Williams. Back to Bridges. The 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bridges got 5 now.
Capable of scorching you from the perimeter. When Bridges has a great look, he takes advantage.
Here's Hero. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
The Heat trail by 4. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Here's Ball. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
So much drive in this game. Ball wants to beat you and make you feel it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
Now, here's Ball. 5 on the clock. Miller kicks to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Heat. Bounce pass from Adebayo. Ware passes to Adebayo. Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Hero. Adebayo with a screen for Hero. No good with the triple. Hornets leading by 7.
Miami foul.
The Hornets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Second personal foul. Second team.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball. 2.
Ball hits them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hero kicks to Wiggins. Lots of room. Connects. The jumper drops. Ball feeling it out a bit. And Ball slams it in.
Get up, LaMelo. These Ball brothers can fly.
Here's Highsmith. Hasn't made one yet. Ware dishes to Wiggins. No good on the 3. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
On the court for the Hornets, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie in at the 3. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more help, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Hornets leading by 11. Here's Ball. No good with the layup. He locks up the alley-oop pass. Bridges with the steal. From the arc. Kept alive. Outside, Ball. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got the lead up to 14 now for Charlotte.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
Adebayo with this screen on Miller. Wiggins against Bridges. Ware. Rebound by Okogie. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Bridges sets the screen for Ball. Bridges inside. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Got a piece of it. A fast break now for Charlotte. There's the 3. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game. Based on the last few decades, we've seen the 3 become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is. And teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the 3 spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the 3 is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner 3. I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Hero passes to Highsmith. Back to Hero, and stolen by Williams. Okogie for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Okogie's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Hero kicks to Adebayo. Bucket is good.
And with that basket, he puts a stop to the 13-0 run there by Charlotte.
Well, we're used to the stretch big men these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot, but he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
And here is Ball, following the three-pointer by Bam Adebayo. Driving in, boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. It's deflected. Left side, Ball. Offline with his three. The Heat trail by 19. Adebayo passes to Hero. Bridges against Adebayo. Here's Ware. And again, Miami with the triple.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
6 seconds separating the shot chain blocks, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
And Adebayo drops them both. Hornets leading by 16. Now Ball. 18 points for him. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
And he's really a smart offensive player. You have to respect Ball's strong sense for when to take that jumper.
Here's Ware. Again, the miss by the Heat. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hornets lead by 18. Thank you, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Duncan Robinson out there with Rozier. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Jovic in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Shot clock at 6. Love, no good. And now here's Nurkic. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Instead, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems. You know, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long. But look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
Rozier with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic.
Great play by Rozier, outrunning the D there in transition, taking the fast break all the way.
Man up top. Scoreless thus far. Good work there as it goes. And the Hornets lead by 17.
Man, just adding insult
to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
On the wing, Green. Back to Man. Jacks up a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Man's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
And Love gets it to go.
And that touch around the rim is just great from Love.
Man with it. He has 5. Here's Green. Pass to Nurkic. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
It's Hawkes with the drive. Here's Jovic. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Jovic has got his first points of the night.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Man can't hit. The Heat trail by 18. Shoots it up. Hawkes can't hit. 1:53 left to play in the third. Man passes to Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Hornets lead by 20.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
You know, the commissioner's always looking ahead and looking at every area, which is great for the game. Pass to Jovic. Launches a three, trains the three-pointer. Jovic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
The kick out to Williams. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Rozier against Curry. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Smith checked in for Charlotte. Smith against Hero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. Hornets leading by 16. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smith makes it off the glass. Smith's got his first points in this one.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
The Heat have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ball kicks to Bridges. Miller outside. Williams has a screen for Miller. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a sizable lead.
Here we go.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Heat trail by 16, setting the floor for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Mark Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie in at the small forward.
Team foul.
Here's Heisman. He's covered by Ball. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Ball with the bucket.
And Ball continues to show he can drain threes. The defense must adjust or he is going to keep doing damage.
Adebayo against Bridges. And Adebayo throws it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And a deep three from Ball. And it's the Hornets another three.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Floats it up for Williams. Ball stolen. On the wing, Wiggins takes it inside. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now, Hero. Pass to Ware. Just 5 to shoot. Yep, that one goes. Ware's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Bridges with it. Back to Ball. Off target with his 3. Unhindered, going all the way. Here's Highsmith. Good on the shot.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 28.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Miller surveying the floor. Shoots the 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Highsmith. Nailed from three-point land. They can take their time on this possession.
It would be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Williams with a clean look. Misses the 3. The Heat trail by 13. Here's Ware. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Broke loose. And even 3-on-3 break. Highsmith's shot is off. Hornets leading by 13. Bridges outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Tyler Hero picks one up.
And the energy and athleticism of Bridges is off the charts. He is a tough cover for the defense.
Both free throws good from Bridges. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
The first free throw is good.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
The Hornets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The kick out to Williams. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. The Heat trail by 13.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Hornets.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LaMelo Ball.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And tenacious play there from Hero in the paint, refusing to let the foul hold back his shot.
Now at the line, Tyler.
And he sinks the second. And here's Charlotte. 22 is their biggest lead. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Ball. Out to Bridges. Bridges a screen on Wiggins. Boy, he launched that one from way outside.
3 points.
And the Hornets lead by 15.
Now, how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself?
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the...
Welcome to Thursday Night Basketball. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two. Aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Now Atlanta starting 5. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the 3 spot.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Hero against LeVert, out to the right wing. Here's Highsmith with the drive. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And Atlanta with possession here. LeVert right side. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Highsmith. They grab their own miss.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And the bucket is good. LeVert's gotten his second bucket.
This is all you can do if you're the defense. LeVert is excellent at gutting his way through physical coverage.
And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Wiggins with a screen on LeVert. Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Hero right side. Lays it up and banks it in. Hero's got 5 points.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. LeVert left side. Here's Daniels. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Ware. Miami trailing. Wiggins outside. Pass to Ware. And it's all tied up.
Want to score in the NBA? Hicks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Daniels. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the evening. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Now here's Hero. He's got 5. Adebayo with it. Now Okongwu defending. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. You know, he's 6'9". Brent, would you call Bam Adebayo a small ball center?
If you were standing in front of him, BA, would you do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I want to ask Bam what he wants to be called. Whether it's center or forward, it doesn't really much matter. This guy can play both ends of the floor and can dominate a game. He's got great strength, great length, and continues to grow his game.
Here's Daniels. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter, and the shot goes in. Hero's got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
For Miami, they've gone 6 of 7 and looking good. 35 seconds left to play in the first. Adebayo sets a screen. Takes the 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Man, bigs like Adebayo gotta drain shots to keep the defense honest. Nice to see him working on that part of his game.
Here's Daniels. No good from outside. Launches it. And it's Highsmith missing. The shot. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. It's the Heat. They lead by 1. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, it's the kind of thing that happens.
They've got Andrew Wiggins. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Highsmith in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Hero, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
LeVert passes to Krejci. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Miami has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game.
So fun when you make the right read on the break. And Hero did so there.
Here's Daniels. Drains the triple. Daniels has got 13.
That's pretty much not how they defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And the shot goes down.
Got his man all tangled up. I mean, serious crossover.
The Hawks trailing. And Brett, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Pulls up on the wing. Again, Atlanta.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Pass to Hero. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Drops in the layup for 2. 11 points in the game.
In the flash, Tyler Hero makes his way to the inside. Nice use of his athleticism.
Miami foul. Haywood Highsmith. First personal foul. First team foul.
Miami on D. Here's Daniels. 13 points in the game. Clock at 6. Pass to Okongwu. Driving to the basket. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Adebayo, a screen on LeVert. Hero for 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Krejci. The long distance 3 is buried. And it's a 3-point Atlanta lead.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Wiggins outside. Here's Wiggins for the hole. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, he can be such a powerful dunker. Wiggins that time with some force at the rim.
On the wing, Daniels. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Johnson passes to Krejci. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's LeVert for 3. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
And Hero getting to the spots where he can be very effective. That swagger he plays with is infectious.
It's Daniels with a drive.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Second team foul.
So it's Atlanta now. LeVert outside. Pass to Daniels. Stolen by Hero. Knocked away. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Held ball violation. Jump ball. SLA-UA.
Johnson with it. Now Wiggins defending. Here's Krejci. Hits the trifecta. And it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Daniels. He's got 15. Highsmith grabs the board.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
First personal foul. First team foul.
For Miami, they've gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Driving in. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Here's Daniels. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Highsmith. Give him 8. Hero on the wing. He's checked by LeVert. Ware, that's good. Ware's gotten his second bucket on the night. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Miami out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Miami's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. We've got George Niang. He's out there with Clint Capella. Terrence Mann is out there with Risache. And it's Matthews in at the point guard position. Here's Jovic. Rozier outside. Shot clock at 3. Top of the key. And again, it's Miami converting. Hawks trail by 3. Here's Matthews. And he drives in. Right wing. Inside. Outside man. Oh, there's the alley. And the slam dunk by Capella.
And what timing, Capella getting up there and capping that one off.
Robinson passes to Jaquez. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. The Hawks shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. Man misses. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Heat. They lead by 1. Brent, it didn't take long for Jaquez Jr. to establish himself as one of the steals of his draft class.
Yeah, the interesting thing with where he played was how he gained the confidence of the teammates around him. A lot of expectations about playing winning basketball. Well, Jaquez did a lot of that in college. He's got great feel, great size, and seems to be in the right spot most of the time.
Robinson on the wing. He's guarded by Mann. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Pass to Matthews. Back to Mann. Niang outside. There's the triple. And Rozier pulls it down. Miami leading by 3. Here's Jovic. Oh, had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't make the 3. Here's Risache. Jaquez covers. Here's Matthews. For the tie. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Pass to Risache. Good work there as it goes. Risache's got his first 2 points of the night.
And there's the ability to finish for Risache. Nobody scares him at the rim.
Outside Robinson. There's a screen by Love. Robinson into the lane from deep. And Kevin Love with the 3. And the Heat lead by 4.
Kevin Love recognizes the space before he caught the ball, so plenty of room to shoot that ball.
Matthews passes to Niang. Miami grabs the miss. 1:36 left in the third quarter here. That's tipped. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Mann. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Robinson. Count it.
Hustle from Duncan there, outworking the defense. And he found his shot.
To the wing on the left. Here's Matthews. He's scoreless. The three-pointer off the mark. Down low. Here we go, one-on-one.
What vision from Rozier there. Seeing his teammate was wide open and making the right pass.
Niang, pass to Matthews. Outside man. And there's the drive. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Left side, Jaquez. Here's Jovic. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Rizachet. Here's Mann. Got a piece of it. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Heat out in front. They're up by 4. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. They've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Terry Rozier. Jaime Jaquez out there with Kevin Love. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Miami leading by 4. Adebayo with it. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Daniels. From the arc. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Here's Highsmith. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Daniels has got 20 points.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Now here's Hero.
Stay out of the way!
Wow!
To pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Miami leading by 5. Pass to Ware. Now Wiggins. Lets it go. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 5. Here's Daniels. Knocks it down from distance. Give him 23.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Hero with it. Now Okongwu defending. Back to Hero. Good on the shot. And the Heat lead by 4.
Tyler Hero in the zone.
Here's Daniels. From outside, off the mark.
I'm not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Wiggins looking around. The 3 ball. No good there. Hawks trail by 4. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Krejci, pounded by Wiggins. Krejci, the pass to Daniels. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Daniels has got 8 here in this quarter.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Here's Highsmith. He's checked by LeVert. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam!
Oh, what a way to get the big bucket. With the size advantage, there's no stopping that.
Pass to Krejci. Kongwu, a screen on Wiggins. Here's Krejci. And he can't get that one. Excellent D there from Wiggins. And here's Adebayo. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by a Kongwu. .43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hero outside. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Ware. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now a 6-point Miami lead. Picked up by Kongwu. Here's Johnson. Good D by Adebayo. And it's Miami's ball. Here's Ware. And so Miami takes the win. This one, all right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So alongside
69. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Rizichet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Okongwu into the center, filling out the middle. And for the Hornets, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Okogie into the small forward position. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Here's Okongwu, and Okongwu slams it in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now, here is Miller. Okongwu against Williams. There's Miller with the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Miller's got 5 now.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
LeVert screen on Miller. Into the lane.
And he just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here.
He'll take those all day long.
And what stands out most, Clark, about Mark Williams, it has to be his rebounding.
Yeah, he's a glass-eating machine, and on a per-minute basis, he's one of the best in the league at corralling boards. But he's had a little bit of an issue staying healthy. When he's on the floor, though, he gives them a real powerful presence up front.
Here is Daniels, following the score by Sharp. Clock at 6. They set the pick. And he converts the layup. Daniels has got his second basket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
To the paint, stolen by LeVert. And Bridges with the block.
Boy, a really good shot blocker for a wing. Bridges elevates quickly and has an excellent sense of timing.
Ball with a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Daniels from outside. Rebound by Williams.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
It's blocked, and he gets it back. And again, the Hornets missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage better.
LeVert, very confident. He's an amazing athlete and can put the ball on the floor and attack on the drive with the best of them.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Ball from long range. Atlanta with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
From downtown. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And Ball slams it in.
Boy, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And offensively, Miller is terrific on the perimeter, but he can also play above the rim as well.
We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Rizichet, and he banks in the layup.
And as he gets more experience in the league, Rizichet will improve the attack.
There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. Down low. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Miller. 7 points in the game. 46 seconds left in the first. Williams finds Miller. Williams has a screen for Miller. 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. Rebound by Johnson.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Okongwu slams it in.
attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Daniels passes to LeVert, and that one is hammered home.
Well, you give Karis LeVert that kind of positioning, guys. I mean, he's going to finish with power.
Ball from long range. Traps in the tray. Ball's got 5 now.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And he drives in. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Hawks lead by 3. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Okogie into the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Clark, we've all heard the comparisons. Brandon Miller plays a lot like a young Paul George.
And you know, it makes a ton of sense when you consider that Paul George is Brandon Miller's favorite player. So he spent a bunch of time studying how PG gets it done and putting those moves into his own book bag.
Here is Daniels. Pass to LeVert. There's the pick. Now Okongwu. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. He's got 9.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
And Ball slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
First team foul.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. The Hawks leading by 3. Now Reza Shea, 6 to shoot. LeVert finds Johnson. Daniels from outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the inside, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Johnson the screen. Daniels kicks to Johnson. Back to Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. Just 4 to shoot over Williams. Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
Now Daniels following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. Pass to Reza Shea. LeVert in the corner. The Hawks again can't hit. The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Okogie for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Okogie's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. The Hawks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And they get it. Daniels, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Bridges shot. Good.
No hesitation from Bridges there. He knows exactly when he should look to shoot it off the catch.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Now, here is Miller. He's got 8, and Williams with the stop.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Here's Okogie. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Okogie's got 5 points now this quarter. There's a minute left in the first half. The Hawks trail by 5. LeVert up top. He's covered by Ball. Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
In recent seasons, the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, have been very active in the trade market.
Well, it seems like they're always wheeling and dealing. I mean, they're on a quest for that perfect fit lineup, moving pieces around, trying to find the right recipe for success.
Now, here's Ball. He has 7. Pass to Williams. Miller surveying the floor. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. They get the rebound. Charlotte moving the ball around. Bridges misses. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. And then Johnson with the jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
No coverage that time. Ball's got 10 points.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Hornets ahead. They lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside, as we said. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Onyeka Okongwu.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Matthews in a point guard. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Here's Mann. The kick out to Williams. Shoots the 3. Sinks the triple. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
They set the pick. Pass to Krejci. A 3-ball. And the rebound by Nurkic. Hornets leading by 3. On the wing, Green. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Diabate. Lays it up off the glass. Diabate's got the lead up to 5 now for Charlotte.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Krejci passes to Mann. Connects from 3-point range.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
With the drive, Mann gets the bucket. And And the Hornets lead by 4.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's the screen. Krejci passes to Mann. Here's Krejci. Here's Mann. Aston Yang. Outside Matthews. Screen by Niang. Here's Mann. No good on the triple. Charlotte leading by 4. From deep, Green. No good on that one. Atlanta's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And the basket by Krejci.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Williams gets the bucket.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Now here's Matthews, defended by Mann. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had the foul and kept him from converting the easy bucket.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Charlotte's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. To the middle, here's Diabate, and he dunks it down.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
1:44 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. There's the screen. Here's Krejci. The Hawks again can't hit. Charlotte leading by 4. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Diabate. Screen by Nurkic. It's up a 3. The second effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Diabate's got 6.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
Lets the 3 fly. And finished off by Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Here's Krejci. It's good from long range. Krejci's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for Atlanta.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Pass to Mann. Here's Diabate.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh,
with confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
Inside. Pass to Nurkic. Lets it go with a 3. The offensive rebound and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and 1.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. He's off on the second. Here's LeVert. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending.
And so it's Charlotte with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Then it's Mark Williams. And it's Diabate in a power forward. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. LeVert kicks to Daniels. Pulls up from the corner and dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Here's Diabate. Over to the left wing. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Charlotte making a switch here. Bridges checks in.
For Charlotte, number 0.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Ball with it. Okongwu covering. 4 on the shot clock. Williams can't hit. The Hawks trail by 7. Johnson for 3. Bridges with the board. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. For 3, Okogie. Okongwu grabs the board. Taken away by Williams. Nails the baby hook. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets. The Hawks shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. LeVert from outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Ball feeling it out a bit. Williams finds Bridges. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
Capable of scorching you from the perimeter. When Bridges has a great look, he takes it back.
Hornets leading by 12. Miller outside, from outside the arc, and another 3 for Charlotte.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
A nice shot by LeVert.
Guys, that's a cold-blooded answer from deep. LeVert takes smart shots and knows his range.
Pass to Okogie. This one for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the 4th. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Shots good by Miller.
And with his diverse game and 6'9" frame, Brandon Miller can score in bunches. And on nights like tonight, it's really hard to get someone to match up with him.
3-pointer, Daniels. The Hornets pull it in. Williams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Bridges, no one around him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Hawks trail by 16. Johnson with a screen on Ball. Pass to Johnson. Rizachet with it. Now guarded by Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Ball.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Hornets.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LaMelo Ball.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again. And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
LeVert inside the line. Bridges with the board.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Floats it up for Williams. It's stolen. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Okongwu with it, now guarded by Ball.
Onyeka Okongwu.
They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
That's tipped. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
The 2K sport. All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. They've got Bam Adebayo. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins. And it's Hero in at the point guard. And for Charlotte, Ball and Miller pair up as the backcourt. Miles Bridges is out there with Josh Okogie. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
The funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Hero for three. The rebound by Bridges. Here's Charlotte. The kick out to Ball. Outside, Williams. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Wiggins, right side. The 15-footer. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Greg?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
One thing that impresses you about LaMelo, the way he reads defenses and makes the game easier for everyone around him.
Here's Highsmith. And again, no good by Miami. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Miller. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
You've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the basket by Highsmith.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Bridges against Hero. Pass to Adebayo. Just 5 to shoot. And the three-pointer goes.
Just another thing that Bam brings to your team. The ability to knock down jumpers.
Here's Okogie. Back to Ball. This one for 3. Offensive board. Pass to Miller. From deep three-point land. Adebayo grabs the board. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Here's Highsmith. Back to Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Now here's Hero. No points yet. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Okogie. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
Shooting with range is almost something you must possess in the modern NBA. Josh Okogie with the deep delivery.
Here's Hero. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Ball passes to Williams. Back to Ball. Bridges outside. Back to Ball. Needs to get one up in a hurry. Offensive rebound. Pass to Miller. On the money from 12 feet away. Miller's got 5.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Back to Hero. And that one is stuffed right through.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Oh, way outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Charlotte on top. Up by... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5. Here's Okogie. Buries it down low. 5 points in the game.
Well, Josh Okogie is nothing if not opportunistic. You love creating the second chance opportunity there.
Now Adebayo. He's got 5. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept the mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Heat trail by 4. Here's Ware. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Dives for it. Stolen by Hero. Wiggins looking around. Out to the right wing. Adebayo against Miller. Kicks it to Hero. Clock at 4. Over Miller. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Charlotte's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players. Those guys have just missed a lot of time.
And so Ball nails both of them. Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
Ball outside, driving inside. Miller outside. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Now here's Hero. 6 points for him. Pass to Ware. Wiggins with it. Here's Wiggins to the... Ooh, Andrew Wiggins taking flight.
Oh, the ease with which he elevates Wiggins with a highlight move that time.
Here's Okogie. Shoots over Hero. And here are the Hornets with another bucket. And here's Hero. Pass to Ware. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Now here's Ball. He's closely guarded. Williams from long range. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Just a little too eager for that rebound. As a result, gets called for the over the back.
To me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
Pass to Ware. That one's good. This game is all even. Ware's got his third basket on the night right there.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Ball with it. Now Wiggins defending. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, what you love about Josh Okogie is there's a level of aggression, and in this instance, physicality to draw the foul.
And the first one at the line is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And here's Adebayo. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Fires for 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Bridges. Highsmith grabs the board. The Heat have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. And Adebayo slams it in.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. For Miami, they've gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. Adebayo sets a screen. Wiggins down low. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Okogie. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Okogie's got 8 here in this quarter.
Stays ready, lets it fly. You've got to be decisive in the catch-and-shoot game. Josh Okogie, yes, sir.
Has to Ware. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Ware's got 9.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Fires from way outside. He can't get it to go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Heat up 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drumline. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. The Heat with the lead. They've got Yusuf Nurkic, Josh Green out there with Trey Mann. Then it's Williams, and it's Diabate in at the power forward position. That's the Hornets 5. Now here's Rozier. Soft touch off the glass. Rozier's gotten his first bucket of the night.
That's the thing about Rozier, guys. He is fearless. He's willing to take on contact from anybody.
Outside man, pass to Diabate. Back to man. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. And here's Nurkic for 3. Rebounded by Jovic. Miami leading by 3. Outside Jaquez. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Here he goes. Misses from short range.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
You know, if you look at the tracking stats, no one guards different positions like Grant Williams.
Yeah, those guys that can guard truly 1 through 5 are rare. Grant Williams is on that list. His versatility is incredibly impactful to whatever team he's on.
Here's Jovic following the bucket by the Hornets. Rozier, the pass to Jovic. Over Nurkic. Jovic's shot is off. And for Charlotte, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Diabate uses the glass on the layup. Diabate's got his first 2 points. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Now here's Love. Yet to see a basket. Shots blocked. On the wing, Green. Robinson defending. Williams from long range. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Love with the basket on the assist from Jaquez.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Williams from long range. Williams knocks down the three.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Rozier, and that one is hammered home.
Well, the ability to change pace for Rozier just keeps the defense guessing on that drive.
Pass to Diabate, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Jovic passes to Rozier. Now here's Love. Back to Rozier, and there's the foul. It's on Trey Mann. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A minute 42 left in the third. Outside for Rozier. 6 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. For 3, Robinson. Diabate grabs the board.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him. Man, good whistle there.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
At the line for Charlotte, Musa Diabate.
And he knocks down the first one. Hits both from the stripe. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Rozier outside. It's Jaquez on the wing. Rozier looking around. Oh, misses the dunk. Charlotte leading by 4. Pass to Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, too easy for Nurkic. A big man who goes up strong. Have to meet him at the rim and counter his aggression.
Now here's Robinson. Still without a bucket. From outside the arc. Diabate grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Nurkic. On the wing man. Lets it go from deep. Miami grabs the miss.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Rozier with it. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Charlotte leading by 6, setting the floor for Miami. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Tyler Hero, and it's Ware in at the center position.
LaMelo Ball able off the dribble to get into that jumper so fluidly there.
Now here's Hero. That one's good for 2.
Boy, George Gervin-esque with the feathery touch on the finger roll. Don't see that too much anymore.
Outside, Williams. Miller outside. From downtown to the middle. And Williams punches it home.
Well, Josh Okogie sees somebody working in space and puts the ball on time and on target.
Wiggins right side. Oh, Williams with the block. Here's Ball. Oh, love to see Ball attack inside. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Hornets?
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The kick out to Williams. Offline with a 3. Heat trail by 11. Here's Ware. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Ball looks over the floor. Okogie on the wing. Back to Williams. Now here's Ball. Defense is right there. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Here's Wiggins. Oh, look at Wiggins. Takes the hit and finishes strong.
Well, how about the aggressiveness of Andrew Wiggins? So good at fighting through the contact, taking the challenge of the defense. That's beautiful.
He buries it from 3. And the Hornets lead by 12.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Wiggins against Miller. Wiggins down low. Can't connect from short range. Charlotte leading by 12. Now here's Miller. There's Ball with a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. Wiggins outside. Pass to Ware. And stolen by Bridges. Ball against Adebayo. Ball outside. And here's Miller. 3-pointer. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Williams punches it home.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here's Ware. Williams defending. Pass to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Fires it. Miami, no good that time either.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Hornets.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And what a huge performance it was for LaMelo Ball.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Now here's Wiggins. Now Miller. Okogie on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the tray. And the Hornets lead by 17.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Hero. The kick out to Wiggins. 5 to shoot. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.